Hello, my friends. So, I am a big fan of Buddhist teaching, like teaching of Buddha, Lord Buddha. And I purchased one book which is The Heart of Buddha's Teaching, written by Thich Hat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh. I cannot read name properly. It's Vietnamese name, right? The spelling is THICHNHATHANAH. So, when I started reading, not completed till now, but when I'm reading this book has an interesting chapter. Like I think I would like to share you each and every chapter of this book. I'll try. Okay, the teaching of Lord Buddha. While sharing you, I might also be able to understand like what does Lord Buddha meant. Okay, so the first chapter is entering the heart of Buddha, and this is kind of interesting, right? And I will try to make you understand what author wants to say and all. Okay, so first author says like Buddha was not a god, all right. Buddha was just like a normal human being, like you, like whoever is watching me, like all of you. Buddha was a human being. Okay, he was not a some kind of divine being. Like according to him, he was not a god. Okay, don't take according to me. If some Buddhist are you watching, don't take it what I'm saying. I'm saying what I'm learning from this book, from the Vietnamese Buddhist monk. So, and he say like we are suffering, Lord Buddha also suffer just like us. Okay. And if we go to Buddha with our heart open, completely open, he will look at us. His eyes will be filled with compassion and say, there is suffering in your heart. It is possible for you to enter my heart. Buddha is saying, if there is suffering in my heart, that I can enter his heart. That's what Buddha means. Okay. There's one thing, but the statement which Buddha made was that because the world is sick, I am sick. Because people suffer, I have to suffer. So he is taking people's suffering as his own suffering. And yeah, Buddha is going now, like he's trying to solve the problem, the suffering and all. So please like don't think, okay, don't think like you are unhappy. Okay, don't think that if you are unhappy you cannot go to Buddha. Exactly, you are unhappy, you have suffering, you have pain in your heart, and thus the communication is possible. Like if we are suffering, and this is a basic condition for us to enter Buddha's heart and Lord Buddha to enter our heart. So suffering and pain is the main condition so that we can recognize Lord Buddha and Buddha can also come inside our heart. Okay. For 45 years, okay, for 45 years, Lord Buddha said again and again, I teach only suffering and the transformation of suffering. Okay. When we recognize and acknowledge our own suffering, the Buddha, which means Buddha within us. You're not talking about here of Lord Gautam Buddha. Lord Gautam Buddha is inside us. He was the one who awakened and was able and was called as the honored one, and he has captured the Buddhaness in him. And every Buddhaness is inside us also. That's what author is saying. So if we acknowledge our suffering now, if we're accepting now like we are suffering, okay, like I'm accepting that I'm suffering because of my this mobile phone addiction, then I am accepting Lord Buddha or Buddha to inside in my heart, to enter in my heart. Okay, so suffering is the only means by which Buddha used to liberate himself, and it also means by which we can become free, we can become honor one, completely free, my friend. So how can I explain you suffering? Like if you watch night sky, it's whole dark. Okay, night sky is fully dark. Correct, my friend. Okay. So you think it's whole darkness. This is all is suffering. But do you observe the stars? Stars are the point of happiness, we can say, or joy, or blissfulness. So, suffering is immense, we can say, but there we can find our own happiness and our own joy and like silentness, like joyness, blissfulness, whatever. Nah, you understand, my friend? So, what author is saying and what Buddha taught, please don't be imprisoned by your own suffering. How to explain you? Suppose you hit your this finger. This finger is in pain. But that doesn't mean you will not be using all these fingers, correct, for doing something. Having pain, so suppose I'm having pain in this pinky finger, I'm only using this all finger to pick my phone, correct, my friend? So that's what Buddha is saying. It is suffering, okay? So don't get empowered by this suffering. Ah, I'm having pain. I cannot pick my phone. No, no, I am having pain. I will accept that. Of course, pain I'm having, yeah. So what? Because of this pain, I'm not gonna lose the happiness of life. All right, I can pick this phone. Now, don't think I'm saying phone is happiness, my friend. Phone is a different topic. I will talk about like how phone is problem and not so problem, but phone is problem nowadays, as you all know. So whatever. So what I'm telling is, don't get imprisoned. Okay, recognize like you are in pain, you are in suffering, but still view the wonders of life. View. Wow, such a wonderful sky. Wow, what a wonderful word. Wow, what a wonderful book. Wow, the water in this is wonderful. Wow, this is so wonderful. Wow, this is wonderful. So, like, be excited, my friend, and enjoy. Just enjoy. With pain, you have to enjoy this life if you have to, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So, let's move on. So, without suffering, you cannot grow. Without suffering, you cannot get the peace and joy you deserve. Please don't run away from your suffering. Embrace it and cherish it. So, let me explain how. Without suffering, you cannot grow, or what does it mean? Like, without suffering, you cannot achieve happiness, you cannot understand what is peace and all. So, suppose, like, right now, I am in that time of my life, I'm literally suffering. I'm unemployed, you can say, huh? Nothing, I'm doing nothing right, which is bad, right? I've done nothing for my parents and I am just a failure, I can say. So I am suffering from my failure. I'm a failure, right? And like, let's talk for me. Like, I haven't found success. Oh, yeah, I can say small success I found. Let me go to the story. After my bachelor's, I drop out for 1 year. And that time I was suffering. And I was preparing for master's entrance exam, which is Central University Entrance exam, CUET. That time I was suffering a lot. Suffering was inside and also outside. I have to listen from my parents. What are you doing sitting in a home? Some of your friends must be doing master, some are doing something, one thing. What are you doing? And I used to study for masters and all right at that time. And I used to suffer because I used to feel pain in this heart. Ah, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? And I studied, and I finally cracked the entrance exam. Like I went to one central university. That time I was in peace. I was in joy. Like because of that, even my anxiety went away. I had anxiety and I used to stammer. I used to say like that, hello. But now how I am saying, hello, how are you, my friend? So see, different fight. What I'm telling is, I used to suffer. I used to suffer with stammering also for 4 years. After my stammering stopped, I realized what is peace. And for suffering, I have to work on it. I have to leave my comfort zone. I have to talk with random people and all. And that's how I went through the suffering and I realized what is peace. So that is true. Without suffering, you will never realize what is peace. You will never realize what is joy. You will never realize what is happiness. What am I, friend? Go to the Buddha, sit with him, show him your pain. He will look at you with loving kindness, compassion, and mindfulness and show you a way to embrace your suffering and look deeply into it. With understanding and compassion, you will be able to heal the wounds in your heart and the wound in the world. The Buddha calls suffering a holy truth because our suffering has the capacity to show us the path to liberate. Embrace your suffering. Let it reveal to you the way of peace. So, what I understand from here is sit with your Buddha is to sit in meditation or be always mindfulness. Recognize what are you doing right now. Right now, I am being mindful towards this video. I'm not doing different thing. I'm not scrolling at my phone. Nah, understand. And one better way I learned from this book, I will read it afterward, but I will just tell in this video. How can you be mindful? Concentrate on your breathing. And this is some poem which is written in this book. You can follow that. What? In, out. Okay. Deep, slow, calm, at ease. Smile, release. Perfect moment. Wonderful moment. Bye bye.